Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to That's Just Trading channel with Angel. Today we're going to be going over the top stocks to must watch this Friday 1/8. Super excited to bring y'all another daily video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment before you get into the video, and I hope you all enjoy it. Without further ado, guys, let's hop into it over the top stocks we must watch for tomorrow. So the first stock I want to go over, guys, is Roku, right? What's been going on with Roku? Well, I like Roku only because, guys, if you see this, we've been holding these higher lows. And what does higher low show you? Well, it shows you that the stock has a lot more potential towards the upside, right? And what happened before Roku even broke out? Well, I mean, you can see here that on our 1 hour chart, right, we kind of broke out of this downtrend that we were holding down, and it kind of rejected 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? And on this one, we kind of spiked through, you know. I usually don't like when stocks spike through, but the reason I like Roku is because it was able to establish support over that, right? So this barrier that we had before at this 340 area, this 345 area actually, right? We were able to kind of establish a support over that the next day, and we kind of were able to break through it, you know. Over here, we kind of rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 times before we could finally break through this Wednesday. And so what I was looking for the next day, which was today on Roku, right? I wanted to see if it could bounce and hold support above 345, right? Because if it was holding above 345, then we could have saw more upwards potential, which is exactly what happened, right? And so what do I see now, right, on Roku? Well, let's pull up our daily chart, right? And so as you can see, guys, Roku broke this all-time high of about 360 area, right? So right here we can pull out this 364 area was all-time highs, and now we're $10 from that with 374 area, right? And so what you may be asking me, you know, like, well, what's next? You know, what can we see next? What can we aim for next in our price targets? Well, honestly, guys, I mean, we are hitting all-time highs, so now we're gonna go by natural whole resistance numbers because that's where everyone looks to sell, right? So my key resistance and kind of areas to take profit would be the 390 area, right? First, because it's $10 natural whole resistance, and then the 400 area is going to be very hard to break, right? Because it's the $100 areas, the numbers that ends with 0. Those are really hard areas to break because a lot of the smart traders are already taking profits because we know already that it's usually hard to break. I remember just because it might pop through 401 or 402, 403, you know, doesn't mean that it's basically broken through 400 yet. You know, you want to see it establish support just like it did. Let's go back to our 1 hour. Just like it did here, you know, we broke through these barriers, and now we wanted to see it establish support, you know, and not reject again for about the 5th time, right? So now, what do we expect next, right? So, like I said, we can expect the 390, then the 4 area maybe to come next if it continues to establish higher lows. Now, Roku, I wouldn't doubt that we would see a possible healthy pullback because if we look at our past chart history, guys, we kind of have this one day where we have this little run up, right? And then one day we have this nice pullback, this healthy pullback, and then boom, after the one day healthy pullback, we'll go up 1, 2, and we'll break this high, right? And then look at this one. We have a nice healthy pullback, 1, 2, break this high, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, guys. Look right here. You have this nice healthy pullback, 1, 2, break the highs, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a nice healthy pullback and then we move towards that $400. But like I said, guys, be smart. Anything can happen when it comes to trading. You know, don't be greedy because, like I said, the market will humble you in any way. Like I said, what are some key support areas? Like if we come down and test, well, obviously there's resistance area at the 363 and this 365 area are going to hold up at key support levels because that is where we were resisting last time on Roku before we could break out of it, right? You could also maybe establish a support here around 375, just kind of where it rejected twice here before it kind of broke out of that. So like I said, guys, those are some key area support and price targets for Roku. Now let's move on to the next one, right? All right, guys, so what is the next stock on our watch list, right? The next stock on our watch is going to be Apple. Why Apple? Well, because if you pull up your 1 hour chart, you can see this downtrend line that has been happening since Tuesday of last week. Yeah, last week. So this Tuesday hit 138.79, right? And ever since then, we've been rejecting. We rejected 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This wasn't a clear breakthrough. Like I said, you know, you always want to make support and make sure it's a clear breakthrough. So right now on the Thursday today, right, with 1/7, we were able to break through and hold support here. Now, what are we waiting for? What do we want to see for Apple to have more room towards the upside? Well, we want to see it break through this 131, 132 area of resistance. I mean, it's rejected here, and we haven't been able to break it clearly. You know, so and then what do I see after this 132 breaks, right? What do I want to see? Well, I want to see a break through 132, you know, maybe establish that as a support so that we know that it has more room towards the upside and the bulls have a little bit more in control, right? And what can we see next as a resistance? Well, we're going to see this 134 area, 135 area because that's where we rejected last time. That's where we couldn't break out of this downtrend last time. Now, what's next after 134, 135 if that breaks, Angel? Well, the next thing we can see is this 136 area. Why this 136 area? Because this is the last time we rejected in the opening high, right? That day on Wednesday last week, right? That we couldn't break through. And like I said, guys, I mean, we're going to have some key areas of resistance also on the way up. I mean, we might hit this 133 area before we hit that. And like I said, here's this 134 area again. So these are just some key things that I see in Apple, some key resistance points. But like I said, in order for us to keep going towards the upside, we have to keep maintaining higher lows, right? Kind of what we see on a 1 minute chart, right? We want to keep seeing higher lows just like this. Oh, let me pull out my other one. Want to keep seeing higher lows, and we want it to be able to maintain support, kind of like it did here, you know, but keep it going more towards the upside, right? So I want to see it break through 132, come down and test 132, and maintain that as support, and then come up to these key resistance areas and break through them, and then maybe we can see that 138 test as a new high, or maybe even break it. Now, if we break that 138, well, what's next, right? If we look back, let me look at my weekly, because it looks like that 138.79 is a high. Yep. So, I mean, if we look at that 138.79, guys, look how many times we've hit it already. We've hit this 138 area, 140 area twice already, and we haven't been able to break it, right? So, what can we see if it breaks through here? I mean, we established that 140 as support, right? And we can go towards new higher highs, just like Roku, how we discussed it before, right? We're in all-time highs right now on Roku, but you always want to be smart. Watch those key resistance area and key support areas. And yeah, guys, super excited. Like I said, I believe it has more room towards the upside, but anything can happen in the market. Now, the last stock we're going to be going over is snow, right? Oh, why snow? Well, if you look at snow, right? Let me zoom out all the way. If you look at snow, well, I had went over it in a previous video. What happened to snow, right? They hit this 429 area, then what? It couldn't break out anymore. It just kind of kept going lower and lower, and then finally had this little reversal, right? And then we rejected again and lower, lower, and it kind of kept rejecting that. And I kept saying in the videos, guys, I was like, guys, watch this. It might have a reversal, right? So finally, we were able to break above this trend line that we've been holding since this high. And why do I like it, guys? Because what do I say when we break a trend line, right? What is exactly the words I say? Well, I say that I like to have established a support to know that we still have more room to the upside. And what happened here? What did we do? We bounced right off this trend line where we were rejecting last time here in these areas. We bounced right off of it, right? And we kept going towards more highs. Now, what do I see in snow, and what are some key areas of resistance and support? Well, first off, guys, I mean, now that I know we held here in this support, I believe it has some more room towards the upside, not only because it's breaking out of, I mean, the all-time high downtrend line, right? But, I mean, just the support that it was able to bounce off of right here. And like I said, we have this 305 area of resistance first, and then we're going to have this 323 area of resistance next. And like I said, guys, in between, we're obviously going to have these areas that we kind of rejected last time that we couldn't get through, which is a 312, right? So just kind of take profits around these key areas and key resistances. And like I said, guys, I mean, in order to see the stock move towards more of an upside, we want to see it continue to have higher lows. Like I said, you know, I mean, it could have a healthy, nice pullback, you know, nothing's wrong with that. I mean, we had a nice, healthy pullback here, and then boom, high that morning, you know, nice, healthy pullback in pre-market, and then boom, high that morning, you know. So nothing wrong with the nice, healthy pullback if we do have one either next week or tomorrow, you know. But like I said, I really love that it held support here. Like I said, it has more room towards the upside. And yeah, guys. Anyways, guys, the last stock I said we were going to do, this was the last stock. But I want to mention one more, right? One more crazy play. What do I want to mention? Well, I want to mention Tesla. I mean, Jesus, look at this, guys. I mean, if y'all saw my first videos, we were mentioning this at, what was it, 718, 618, around those areas. And I mean, now we're at the 835 area, guys. And I told y'all in the beginning of this year, you know, I was like, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing hits 1,000 before midway of this year, or before, you know, any time at the end of the year, you know. And why? Because Tesla has been able to maintain its higher low pattern and being able to keep it towards the upside. I mean, people see that, you know, people see that. I mean, today, look at this. It just kept making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, you know, had a squeeze here. Beautiful, you know, and now, I mean, it's just what people look for in a stock, you know. Just maintain higher lows, keep the bulls in control, you know, have more room towards the upside. Now, right now, we are reaching the all-time highs after the reverse stock split, right? We are reaching all-time highs, I believe. Yeah, you see? So we are reaching all-time highs, and what do we see next? I mean, just a key area of resistance, guys. 825, 850, 875, then the 900 area is going to be our next hard resistance. Really, I was really amazed that it was able to break the 800 area today. It was really crazy, right? It got rejected here one time, and then after it blew through, all the orders kept getting filled in. But like I said, guys, I mean, overall the stocks I went to, these are the must-watch stocks for Friday that I believe have more room towards the upside, not only for Friday, but for the next week's coming. And like I said, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like down below, comment, subscribe. And if y'all enjoyed these videos, guys, make sure to go check me out on stock tweets at That's Just Trading, and on Twitter, same thing, That's Just Trading. Anyways, guys, make sure to leave down comments below and subscribe to the channel, please. And I'll see you in the next video. Laters.